What was the last straw in your friendship? I'm a happily married woman. A female friend, who'd recently left her husband for another man, invited me to her house for dinner. Cool, sure, sounds great. She said there would be a surprise waiting for me. During dinner, she said she'd arranged for a male friend to join us. You know, you really need to loosen up and make a lover. I was shocked. We never talked again. Suffering loves company. At the time, she was still happy with the new man. Her misery came later, after she married him and had a kid with him. Later he left her for another woman. Apparently that's how karma works. I had a friend who would constantly make fun of my hometown, my education, my job, and my dress style, among other things. I always just thought good friends can make fun of each other, but the last straw was when he made a fake Twitter account of me saying I grew up in the hood and tweeting how I'll be a virgin for life. It was just in low taste, and it helped me realize that true friends draw the line somewhere. I was actually the last straw. I was hanging out with a couple friends and dude the first was talking about how he was chatting up my girlfriend's younger sister. We were in our early 20s and she was 17. The important thing to remember is dude knew I'd known the girl since she was 10 and she was, and is, basically like a little sister to me. I mentioned that hey, the age difference is kinda big, it might not work out. He said it didn't matter because he's looking for a girl for one night. Both of these friends were utterly shocked when I told my girlfriend and her sister what was up. I apparently violated the bro code and couldn't be friends with them any longer. That was information passed to me in confidence, and I shouldn't have told that confidence if I was a bro. You did the right thing. A man who does this to girls can't be a good friend. This dude was a habitual liar. Lied about everything, even stuff he didn't need to. Things like what his favorite drink at Starbucks was. Everything. Eventually he lied to hide that he had cancer. I thought he wouldn't lie about that. I was wrong. When he died suddenly, I grieved for my friend. Turns out that he was not above lying about cancer. Cancer? Jesus. Looks like we have a winner. She kept peddling an MLM and I told her multiple times it was a bad idea. She got her feelings hurt when I told her real facts about it, and I told her she can talk to me when she runs out of friends and family to sell those products to. Yeah, I lost my best friend for a year or two because of an MLM. We're friends now, but she never apologized for being wrong or dragging me into a scam like that, inviting me to a party, etc. Has never even admitted that the whole thing was a fraud. It's really hard for previous cult members to face guilt. It can drive them for long periods of depression and even suicide. Some will run for a long time before they look back at it. Only alone with you can they admit that it was a fraud, but that they were also fooled and deceived. My former best friend had a habit of trying to make me feel like I was lucky to have him as a friend who can put up with me because no one else does. Of course, I had other friends, but even then he would often try to make me seem horrible to them in an attempt to destroy the friendship. So anyways, I became friends with someone and of course, he didn't like that and started being passive-aggressive to her. Naturally, I asked him what was wrong and he went on this long rant about what a horrible person I was and how I probably don't even like my new friend as a person or something like that. So I was like, fuck it, why do I put up with this shit, and blocked him on everything while avoiding talking to him in real life. I had a best friend from first grade through to the beginning of our senior year. She used to always criticize any ideas I had, what I wore, how I thought. She was super religious, I wasn't. I stupidly put up with it because I thought she might see things differently and know what's best. Over time, she became very irritable because I ended up being better at certain things. She always said only bad things about the people she was seeing. I wasn't allowed to hang out with anyone else but her and her friend group. To me, the final straw was when I found out by chance she's purposely spreading rumors about me so that no one can be friends with me. I stopped talking to her midway through senior year and hung out with the other friend and her friend group. I was instantly happier and less stressed. I know, Small town living. Yay, she's still spreading dirty rumors about me. Especially when I moved out with my ex after high school, because I wasn't married, and that's a sin, and she's currently doing that right now, but it's okay because since she's religious, God understands. Sorry to go on a rant. The older I get, the more I realize how toxic she is/was. My friends planned a trip to Boston without me, and talked about it right in front of my face. Joke's on them, it got cancelled. Thank you, COVID. I hate it when friends make plans right in front of me without including me. The worst is when you make the plans and everyone cancels on you, so you stay at home and then find out that everyone went without you. Friend who was friendly with me when I ranked first in the tests, and then cut me off when I became second after another guy coming into the class. Had a college friend, we called buddy to each other and literally went through all those college life stuffs together. But in this friendship, I'm usually the one listening and asking questions, and she's the one getting to talk only about herself. It's my personality to be such, so I was okay, until a few years later, we went to different countries far apart, and she run into some issues at work, got into depression. Still, I got her back and offered comfort and help as much as I can. Then she stopped reading my messages for months, so I stopped sending message thinking I might look pushy. After a week or so, I saw her social media account, with all our mutual friends there, talking how bad friend I was for abandoning her. A long speech about me. She even mistook that I blocked her. Actually, I just changed my name so she might have not recognized that. But what a fact? Even if I stopped messaging her, because she wasn't responding anyway, I would check on her social media updates all the time. I would think of her all the time. If I had a means to, I'd hop on the plane and get to her. And yet she talked as if someone I don't know. But that's not the last straw yet. I messaged her immediately, apologized for the feelings she had, and asked politely if we can talk. I got ignored again, but at least she deleted her post. I messaged her again and made her throwback video posts on her birthday. Nothing but a cold whiff. And then my birthday came around and I didn't hear from her even a single thing. That's it. That's the last, slowly burning straw. I have no regrets. They stole £100 out of my wallet. That money was going to charity. I was meeting a group of friends for brunch one morning. It was nice out, so I decided to ride my motorcycle. Pulled up and parked. They were all sitting on the patio, so I started saying my hellos. One girl was very surprised. "You ride a motorcycle?" Now, if you have ever met me, I have probably talked about riding motorcycle. It's a thing, I don't shut up about it. I own 4 motorcycles. This girl had known me for 3 years. In 3 years, she hadn't paid enough attention to anything I said to know even the most major things about me. That was the last straw for me. I'd already had about enough of her because of her desire to create drama over every little thing. Good on you, my man. If she don't listen as much as she runs her mouth just to see what happens, she's not a friend. I'm a woman. I was the first to walk away from her. Some of my other friends did too. Our paths cross occasionally, but mostly she's found a different group of people to cause trouble for. Peace achieved. To each their own. I'm 43 and knew a guy since grade 9. We sort of come and go, but we're always friends. One time last summer he invited my family up to his place for a weekend camp out. Around 10 p.m. his German Shepherd dog bit my dog hard, 7-year-old Newfoundland. I had to rush my dog to an emergency vet. It took $1,200 to fix the damages. Him and his wife told me that although they didn't have a lot of cash, they would transfer me as much as they could out of their next 2 paychecks. When I went to message them a week later, I found I was blocked on all social media and both their phones. Thanks, Ben. What was the last straw in your friendship? Leave a comment. And subscribe to this channel if you wanna see more same videos.